Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Synergy. It is a really gorgeous looking city builder, settlement builder. I'm not actually sure the differences. I guess settlement builder makes more sense. City builder is for when you're doing SimCity kind of stuff. Anyway, it's a really gorgeous settlement builder that caught my eye a long time ago, and I guess as part of the Steam Next Fest, though we're, I think at least a week or two before that actually comes out, I was given a key to check out the demo early. A quick note, I probably said that the demo for this is available right now, and the answer is actually no, the demo is available in a week starting on February 5th and going for the duration of the Steam Next Fest. So, tutorial, No Man's Land. Tutorial is crucial to getting players familiar with the game mechanics, sure. Okay, origin. Group of exiles having to leave the desiccated oasis that had cradled them until then must rebuild in spite of their meager resources. However, the climate challenges them at every turn, and the desert overflows with strange and dangerous mysteries. Sure. I think some of this is still... I saw something about victory, but it was spelled different. I'm pretty sure the developers are French. In fact, I know they're French, so there might be a little bit of translation here and there. We will see. I'm gonna have to see if I can scale up this UI, though. I've got a 4K monitor, and this is a UI for ants. Also, my webcam is currently sitting on top of half of it, which is not great. An end to the wandering. For 2 generations, our community lived in the heart of an oasis, protected from the hazards of the outside world. But this oasis, like all others, dried out and died. We're forced to leave our home, but all is not lost. Among the stretches of sand, we reach the shores of new lakes. The waters, no matter how foul, promise to be life-saving if we can only treat them. Okay, obtaining water. Citizens require clean water to survive. In order to obtain it, you must build a pontoon so your citizens may draw toxic water from the lake using special canisters. Toxic water must be then treated and purified in a retention basin to become clean water. All resources acquired must be stored in the water tower, in the cellar, or a small warehouse. Citizens don't fetch resources if they have nowhere to store them in. Okay, so we want to move to a water spot. So we got... it's actually kind of big. Okay. First and foremost... I really gotta see if I can fix this interface. Interface and text size. Oh, beauty. Let's just double the size. Yep. Oh, that's so much better. Now I can actually see what we're doing, and hopefully you guys can too. So, pontoon. Build it here. Let's give ourselves just enough space that I can potentially get a second one down. And then we want a retention basin somewhere nearby. I'm probably gonna slap it right next to it. Because yeah, we're gonna want trails kind of between. Hopefully this isn't going to screw me over. We'll find out. Okay. So build a pontoon, build water tower, build a retention basin. I feel like the open face water tower is a little dubious to me. Okay, we can make time pass faster, move this around. And we can speed things up. Nice. What an absolutely gorgeous art style. Very illustrative in such a good way. But I think some of these are actually 3D models. Or maybe they're just faking looking 3D, I'm not entirely sure. I think it might just be fake 3D, but it looks so good that it doesn't really matter to me. Huge plus, you can actually see the stages of these productions. So rather than just have kind of like a generic building animation, you can they actually have different stages of each structure being made. That's so cool. Okay, so no worker assigned. Okay, so we can put 1 person on this, at least for the time being. How many workers do I have? 4. I'll bump it up. We might want 2 people working here. Oh, and that's really cool. You can actually see that they are even doing specific things at each location, even if it's like just waggling at that or patting his knee at the dock. Maybe they're messing with the ropes. I don't know. It just... so much detail. Okay, so we want to put 1 person there, and we don't need anything more. So we need toxic water. I guess I'm going to put another one there. Okay, vital water. We now have a water treatment infrastructure, and the foundations for a healthy, sustainable irrigation system. However, as the seasons come and go, severe and unpredictable, we risk disaster if we harvest only what is sufficient for immediate consumption. To keep our buildings running smoothly, we'll need to store enough clean water to prepare for a drought. Obtaining clean water is crucial for the city's survival and development. Water's rarity forces you to balance the expanding population's growing demand with the means of supply and the climate conditions. Some climactic events, such as dry season, can end up being fatal for an ill-prepared city, as the means of supplying water are slowed significantly or even stopped. Luckily, the upcoming climactic conditions can be consulted on your interface, displaying the weather for the current cycle and those to come. A cycle is made up of 40 days. All of this info is on the speed, can be found near the speed controls. Okay, cool. So we paused? No. So another retention basin, citizens to the retention basin get water. Let's take a look at what else we have though. Pontoon. Interesting that they have 2 different pontoons as opposed to just like, you can flip this thing. Either way, we might as well get a second retention basin. And like, it's halfway tempting to get another water tower. Okay, so what else is this? Homeless citizens. So what do we have? Storage, water, resource mining, extraction, mobility. So I guess we can't actually get my people to build housing situations at the moment. And yeah, we have sharp bushes. And we have various means of getting food and water here. But it also looks like I might have infinite medicine I can work with. So that's mostly toxic water. That's done refining. Okay, put another person there. And then we just have to obtain a lot of clean water. Yeah, I guess they don't actually have to go out further, do they? How is the production on this? Not bad. I'm curious about efficiency. It might be a tech thing. So I'm just going to look at the UI while we're here. It looks like we have a bunch of different things. So tech, tools, finished products, remedies, water, prepared food, basic food. Okay. Gathering water, complete. At home, the oasis's inhabitants have slept too long under an open sky, separated from the ravages of climate only by a stretch of canvas. We need to house them in permanent buildings. To do this, we'll need materials and warehouses to store them in. Piles of rocks likely to suit our need can be found all over the area. Best show good judgment in using them. Okay, construct buildings, need resources, can be collected here, can withdraw them. Okay, use this method to collect rocks from clusters. Begin, find rock cluster, and withdraw them. Okay, let's pause and take a look. I'm gonna do those, but probably shouldn't do too much. Small warehouse. Oh, what is this? Cinder sprout. I guess we'll just leave it for now. With a 3x3 radius, just in case. Actually, alternatively, shift to flip the building. Oh. You know what? I'm just gonna put it there. Let's just hope my people don't have to enter from one side. Yeah, the one problem with everything being 2D, because it is 2D, let's see. Because everything is 2D, you can't rotate things smoothly. Yeah, so we might as well just grab as many of these rocks as we can while we're just sitting here. We'll still have to transport them, but at least they'll be ready to be transported rather than just sitting on our hands doing nothing. Music's really nice. Very just like chill woodwind. Okay, so just obtain a stupid amount of rock. It's fine. How much can this store? 800 resources, so we probably don't need to do more than that, at least for now. The only immediate problem is I think they're prioritizing grabbing stuff. Oh, it's okay. And we need more people, is, I think, going to be a lasting problem here. Okay, citizens need a roof over their heads, over their heads, to keep them Interesting, that might actually just be their Fs. Safe from the climate, and so they can live in decent conditions. Their citizens will go eat, drink, and rest at home, making their home's placement strategically important. When refreshing themselves, citizens consume food and water. These resources are drawn directly from a nearby cellar. Okay, so we have to have a cellar, and we have to have homes nearby. As well as setting houses within the right range, if the citizens are able to eat and drink, there must be clean water and food in the cellar. So all storage spaces automatically ask for 20 units of each resources, so citizens will bring those in. Within the storage's interface, you can modify the amount of resources requested, or even refuse a given resource completely. Okay, and then transportation priorities. All resources must be carried between structures. Okay. Sufficient number of citizens unassigned for courier duty. Automatically place a higher priority on direct orders, with tasks they consider most important coming second. However, you can make any order or building a higher priority with the priority tool. Okay, cool. So let's pause, let's take a look at housing and cellars. So we have the rudimentary tent, stone house, other stone house. What's the difference? None. It is all just visual. Well, that's actually really nice. Resource refining and cellar. So if I want to be kind of crazy, maybe I should put the cellar here more than anywhere else, because that'll cover the greatest amount of immediate burrows. I think what I'm gonna do first, though, is maybe slap in 2 houses. I don't think we care too much about organization right now. Yeah. I just didn't want to have like a one-tile gap between. In retrospect, though, I probably should have maybe left something. No. I think this will be fine. We're just going to have that as a loop. There might be some spaces in between for the eventual... let's see. For my eventual actual playthrough of this game, I might care a bit more. But right now, it's just whatever works, works. Okay, let's get 1 stone house here. Okay, yeah, we don't have a cellar yet. Yeah, I think I screwed up on the placement here. I'll care more about this later. Wonder if I can actually move one of these. No, you can destroy it for half the resources, but you cannot move it like in other settlement builders, which is okay. I think this is just waiting. We have too many people doing other priority tasks. Other thing is Cinder Sprout. Medicinal invasive. Interesting. So we actually might have to care about invasive species. Okay, and it's probably going to want me to withdraw resources from Sharp Bush. Okay, I don't know what happened in the tutorial, but maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe I can just... oh wait, no. Everything seems to be unlocked. So it's probably we just need to get food in this storage. Now we had this up here, starting storage. Has no food. Okay, so yeah, saving and reloading, I think fixed it, because the tutorials popped back up again properly, and now we have a new thing. So, carrying out environmental analyses thanks to a field lab will allow you to bring to light characteristics of the local flora. Understanding your environment is the only way to get resources without causing suffering to your citizens or destroying your environment. So, surface analysis. Okay, so we need to worry about these. So you know how I just gathered these? I think that might have been a mistake. Okay, oh, life-saving curiosity. The supplies we carried with us are dwindling by the day. But picking the region's strange thorny fruits is risky business, and eating them is riskier. Before collecting anything, we have to rule out danger in exploiting these plants. Our scientific knowledge is limited, but the old distiller at the Oasis has sufficient equipment to carry out basic chemical experiments. By providing him with a mobile workspace, we can begin our botanical studies. So we have some more people, and we have the next tutorial bit. So, we want to do things. Population, infirmary. Oh, we have way more now, sort of. But we want to get a field lab down. It is a 3x3, so I think in the future, what I'm going to do is just have a heavy 3x3 grid. Missing resources technologies. It only needs one, so we just needed to bring it over. Okay, so this is the field lab. We also want a picker's cabin. Does it actually... No, it employs people. Well, you know what? I'm going to extend this by 1. Seeing as most structures seem to be in that general shape. I guess I could actually get rid of this retention basin in retrospect. And I might consider doing that. How much water are we sitting on? A decent amount. So why don't we do exactly that? It can only be along the water. So I'll get the other retention basin here. Build that up and we'll just destroy the other one we've already got, just so I don't have to worry. Curious how much unclean water we have. Okay, we've got plenty. Field lab. Current. Add analysis. Surface analysis. Let's start with the thorny bushes. Okay, so we can queue up a number of these. What else do we have? I like the idea of this being a somewhat eco-conscious game. That we actually have to worry about these. Unfortunately, I did kind of screw up some of this. Not hugely so, but, it's probably fine if I put this here. Yeah, let's just do that, at least for now. No assigned worker, picker cabin. Add a task. Fruit picking or trimming. Bark and thorns. Harder to obtain excess material. Bark and thorns are visible fruit from plants. Let's start with the food. But yeah, I should not have just harvested them. But learning, and also the tutorial had goofed it for a hot second there. Okay, receiving analysis support. Okay, by cutting a sharp bush down, we'll be able to collect its branches and edible pods that grow through them. Moisture pods produced by the plant will grow back after a while. Harvest them without destroying the specimen, and branches of the sharp bush grow at high speed. We can prune them at a regular basis. I wonder if I can replant things. Okay, let's wait until this one's done and immediately destroy it. There we go. Okay, stone house. There we go. Okay, so what else do we have? Yeah, resume to analyses. Let's see. So cinder sprout is too delicate to have many applications, but if we wanted to, we could collect all of its bark as construction material. Renews its epidermic layer after a while, can harvest the bark sustainably. Or... So that's pick, and then prune is fruit with an unpleasant taste, but numerous medical applications. Okay, and then we also have riverbank finger. Cannot prune at all. Cut down the bank finger and harvested seeds, but workers will be exposed to toxic spray that it produces. Okay, so we want nothing to do with that. I'll have to see if I can replant the bushes, because I might have screwed that up. In fact, I 100% did. Because we're going to have to go so much further out. Let's just get a couple more pickers, so we don't have to worry about this. Pause. Sharp bush. Actions. Pick. Oh, I see. I have to actually tell them to go get these. So it's a little further out. I will grant. But I think it's fine. There. Now they're going. Okay. Just delete that road so we don't have to worry about it. All of my people are currently housed. And we have a child, so we might actually want to consider getting another kidlet. Or some room for more kidlets. So, resource refining. To acquire some resources, you need to go through a refining stage, so we got a forge, meals through the kitchen. And some are multifunctional, can be used for other things. Building's production speed varies based on its efficiency. Mostly affected by the number of active citizens working within. Okay. And recipes can be affected by buffs and debuffs, weighing on efficiency, resource cost, and yield. Alright, let's look at one more of those. Resource extraction. Okay. So we have a forge, which is stonking huge. I'll put it here. And a kitchen. Which, slightly less huge. I'll put it here. Is it perfect? No. But it doesn't matter that much. Okay, inventory is full, so we might want to consider sneaking in a couple more water towers. Let's see. Okay, analysis report. So, sunshade tree. By cutting the massive tree down, we'll be able to saw its trunk and use its bark. Slightly annoying. Okay, so what else can I do for a surface analysis? I thought I already checked those. Doesn't look like it can check that. I think those are new. Okay, let's just let it go. So pause for a second. I'm gonna need at least one person working on meals here. Yeah, we gotta find veggies. And our efficiency is 0. Okay, so we also need some sticks. Resource extraction. Another picker's cabin. Yeah, might as well. Let's wait until we're kind of done building things. We should probably also figure out what everybody's working on. Oh, can you actually see who lives where and is working? Yeah, you can. That's kind of neat, actually. Okay, construction completed. Don't need to know about those. We do need to find veg, though. It could be the cabbage shrub. I get the distinct feeling that's the case. Because cinder kernels are not what I'm looking for. We are looking, yeah, specifically for something called vegetables. And if I had to guess, you probably get those from out here. It's a long walk. Hopefully we actually get the ability to do other stuff later. Let's see. Ooh. Well-being is bad. I'll have to work on these. Okay, analysis report. Okay, that's the tree. This one. Cabbage. Yep. So we can just pick veg. We can also get fibers from it, but we want to pick. We want to pick the veg. Yeah, do I see any other sources of veg out here? Yeah. Didn't realize there were so many close to home. Okay. So you're going to be doing trimming. Okay, so that'll kill. So it actually gives you a warning. So let's just trim those 3. Looks like you cannot both harvest and trim. So I should probably have specific areas with which to trim. I guess I'll just trim those. It'd be nice if you could do both, but I kind of understand why you can't. Okay, so population adults. Children will become adults next cycle. Weather seems to be perfectly fine. We do have a dry season coming up, so we might want to consider getting some more water towers. Though our capacity is currently nowhere close to max. Let's see. In stock 310. So we might want to specifically consider... Oh, yeah, that just has a ton of toxic water in it. The fact that we're storing both in the same water tower is a little concerning, not gonna lie. So we might actually want a second retention basin. Or not a second, a third. Just in case. So we also have a world map, but we can't look at it. Tech tree, culture tree, placeholders. Let's see. Quest tracking. Are we finally cooking? We are. Boost their efficiency a little bit. Problem is I don't want to take too many people off because we do kind of... Why does it take 5 to make simple meals? Yeah, waiting for available citizens. Okay, let's just go back up to speed and we'll see what happens. We just might not have enough folks. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take them off. We don't need this place anyway. At least not right now. Unfortunately, these 2 icons are kind of huge. And I wish the building would turn gray instead with a small pause on it. Because it's slightly going to be in my way. Luckily, in our next cycle, we'll have 2 children that we can work with. How much housing space do we have? We have 20. So I could fit 3 more people. How do we not have any sticks? Maybe we only made so many. I'll just have to be patient or something. I'm just curious. I would have expected that we have some. Unless it's just not traveling. No, we're not grabbing any of these. Oh, we just have one dude. That might be part of it. So we might just have to wait till the next cycle before I can do anything. Unfortunately, I just don't even know. I don't even know. Not enough inventory space. Wait, what? Pause. Capacity is fine. Is it just you? Oh. Well, do we want to take one of these guys down for a bit? Because we might just be having some trouble transporting resources. One guy is not enough. It looks like we do just get waste as a natural consequence to what we're up to. Right, cycles are 40 days long, I think. So I think we mostly just have to wait here. Efficiency is 0. What is their issue? It is because we have too much waste in stock. I'll take one off. Let's work slow but transport more. There we go. We have enough to ensure our survival, at least for now, but survival alone won't keep the citizens motivated. Many are already thinking, what's next? Toil and work every day to collect my ration and drop of water? We're to keep citizens motivated and enable the community to truly live again. It's high time we began thinking of this camp as a genuine city. We need to plan and build communal living spaces designed for conviviality and recreation. That's a good word. Basic needs. You now know how to provide your citizens' needs when it comes to water, food and water. Basic needs are now activated. Without food or clean water, they run the risk of suffering from malnutrition and dehydration. If this state persists, they may develop an illness. So we need a doctor, infirmary for that. When they're unwell, movement and work speed decreases. They can be treated in the infirmary, so we'll get one in a bit. Then we also have districts. Now that you've ensured your citizens' survival, it's time to build a city with coherent architecture as well as a sense of well-being. Build a square will allow you to begin designing a district. There are multiple squares available, and several districts available per square, each with their own special qualities. So cultural space, barter space, botanical square. Buildings belong to the district attributed to the nearest square. Each district requires the presence of a specific building to be valid. Other buildings mentioned contribute to district points. Huh. Alright, this is fun. So we have decorations. We have a cultural square. I'm going to look at these for a hot second. So population, we have a sun awning. Benches. So those give some bonuses. So cultural square and district. So I think part of it is we might need to move some of these out. So I think I'm actually going to build the cultural square out here. Just so we have enough space. Also, we have some more people now. So in that case, we can probably scale this up, as now we've got tons of resources and these people can cook. I don't think I can do anything with the field lab yet. But let's start by building this first and then figuring out what it needs and how big it is. Because it had that AoE around it, but it didn't really say. And so, like, I don't want to have to build a district too far out just due to speed. Okay. So population's gone up by a bunch. Okay, there it is. So, pause. Cultural Square, Social District. District score of 20. So Hall of Wisdom and 6 houses. So we have a house. Yeah. It's part of the reason why I wanted to build this out here, was so I could actually have the space to do so. So, placeholders, Spherical Forum, Bibliothèque, Gallery de Arts. It's fun. Let's see. Okay, population, do we have anything else? No. And we have stuff like the Sun Awning. Bird Nest, Ground Medallion. Cover up unpleasant looking mechanisms, leading to an area's beauty. Interesting. Can't put it on that, though. Medallion sculpture. So, I guess the easiest thing for me to do is just kind of extend this direction. This is the starting storage. I'd like to fill this out at some point, but later. We need some housing. I guess the easiest thing for me to do... Oh. That sucks. This thing's in my way. Okay. I guess what we're gonna do is we have this central road. I'm just gonna go down this direction. The tent is interesting, but I really don't think I will use that for any reason whatsoever. Okay, why don't we get them the infirmary? Just because. I'll put it here. Because I think that's going to cover most of where the population is going to be. Probably. Or we could move it here. Because I think one of my goals is to move all of the houses up over in this direction instead, just so we don't have to worry about it. So what are the benefits? Hall of Wisdom. I don't know if we know how to make one of those yet. What about our quest tracking? Nope, doesn't say. All right. Oh, right. That's the other one we are very much going to need. Is a cellar in this immediate area. No clean water in nearby storage. Well, I have plenty. Do I not? Stock requested. But I have hundreds. I'm just gonna hope. Okay. I'm gonna prioritize that one for a hot second. Same thing with this. We just might not have enough, they might be prioritizing, like, building and whatnot. Yeah, so I have too many people working right now on building these, and so because of that, we don't have any we don't have any workers moving things. Okay, I'm gonna pause these. Okay, except for the cellar. We should unpause that one. Okay, looks like they're doing it. It just took some time. Yeah, the priority, I don't like the priority markers either. I think there needs to be kind of a hard priority and a soft priority, which is soft priority is, hey, this is an order, and then, hey, this is the order above all other orders. the infirmary. The cellar. So maybe I should have actually put the infirmary over here. You know what? Let's just do that. We haven't really started it. And that way I can get storage out here. Oh, tab. You can actually see what they're up to. Nice. I'm going to have this be kind of my industrial district, though I don't know if we have the supply for that yet. Let's see. Picker's cabin. I'm going to increase the quantity of that. Plant resources. Low. How are we doing on food? Prepared foods, basic foods. Okay, so we're good in that regard, at least. We might still want to consider putting more people towards it, but I'll wait until these are done. Otherwise, we're going to keep having supply bottleneck issues. And those are just going to make everything bad. Okay, infirmary. Offers an all-encompassing treatment, curing all the ills suffered by citizens. Length of treatment and the amount of medicine required may vary, and while a citizen is being treated, they cannot accomplish any other tasks. Better to prevent your citizens from contracting illnesses at all. Okay. Some treatment plans require medicine. We need a pharmaceutical laboratory. Yeah, this thing's going to be slightly in my way. Maybe we'll get lucky and it won't be a problem. Okay, I'll put one person there. We have the extra population for it. Okay, so let's take a look at you. So we need one more house in the area. Oh. I guess we already did. It's fine. You would have thought I'd spotted the pause button, but whoops-a-doo. I don't know. Brain slightly elsewhere. I really like this. It's kind of this interesting mixture of technology and post-apocalyptic tribalism, maybe. I'm trying to think of a good way of describing it, because it's clear these people have technology, but due to the constant need to survive, that technology is hyper specialized, and so even if the characters, even if the citizenry has like tech even above our own, all of that time, all of that energy, and all of that technology has to be dedicated entirely to one specific purpose. It's neat. Okay. So what else do we have quest-wise? Yeah, completed social district. We still need the Hall of Wisdom. And then we need... oh, the decor. Oh, the warehouse is actually bringing it down. Interesting. Okay, so we need decor. Let's see, what else do we have? Decorations. I'm noticing population and decoration seem to be kind of just shared. Okay, so I need trunks. So I think we are going to need to cut down a couple of these. Yeah, it seems like the kitchen's biggest issue is lack of moisture pods. So why don't we increase the amount of pickers that we have? And then bring one of these back. We're not going to be making anything for a moment. I am just going to investigate the heck out of a bunch of these. Just in case there's more to learn. Yeah, the problem is if I want to do any of my decorations, we are going to need some things. Also, my people seem to really like, let's see. I'll give them another table over there. I think we have... How are we doing on rocks, actually? Because I harvested a bunch. Okay, raw materials, we've got a lot. So that's good, at least. Silly as it is, I'm going to try and keep things kind of jammed together. So. Ah. That's paused. I just want to do one more surface level analysis on a sunshade tree. Oh. We do also have, like, these things out here. Some, like, dead-looking suckers. Oh, can't scan them. I think the one problem is we have too many people. Oh, building. Again. I keep doing this to myself. Do we need the forge right now? We got 45 now. Let's turn them off for a bit. Yeah, the problem is too many of my people are building decorations now. I wish there was a dedicated delivery structure. You know, something with carts. Or if you could set like a minimum. Because currently my problem is my builders and my resource delivery guys are one and the same. And they absolutely will just, oopsie it. I'm going to set priority on that one. Because it would be kind of nice, especially with the builders, if building things took less priority. Unless you told them to specifically be higher. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the only thing we can do is cut it down. I'm not happy about that. Oh. Well, what about this one? This one seems proper dead. Yeah, do we have any others that are proper dead? And we can get seeds off of this one. And we still have that rune with tech in it. But yeah, we have all of these dead sunshade trees everywhere that I can specifically queue up for bark. That removing those isn't going to do anything negative. Okay, can turn that off for a little bit. Yeah, no courier available. Because, yeah, I like the idea that builders and couriers are kind of the just loose people that aren't currently doing anything better. What's our score up to? Development score is still 0. Oh. Social district. It wanted a social district. Okay, so we still need a canteen. Which I can actually make. But we're gonna have to work on that. And we need more people. I don't know. I like the idea of builders and transporter couriers being a loose cloud of people. The only immediate problem is right now my population is so spread so thin that it's actually almost problematic. Like, for example, nothing is happening here because we aren't getting those water deliveries. And let me guess. No? Yeah, I don't know what half of my characters are working on. Okay, so this is just the exact same analysis report. So I'm actually going to just cancel all of these. They're meaningless. Take this off. And just pause it or something? I don't know. Okay, let's go up to ×4 speed. Hopefully this won't blow up in my face. I don't think it will. I think we just need to let it go for a bit. Okay, they are starting to get those. We're not having the bottleneck issue. So I think it just have to be very careful about building things. You know, one at a time rather than a whole bunch. Because yeah, housing increases this bar. Oh, the kitchen. The sun awning is a big bonus. Let's see, shady but stinky, edible. Yeah, so I guess the other thing we might want to do is actually consider moving the kitchen up at some point. Move it over here. I guess this is not that bad. Not that expensive. Okay. Yeah, let's just make another one there, though it might take a little bit of time. All right. Let's finish this up. So where were we at? We were getting the trees. The trees have been harvested. Okay, those are sharp bushes. Sick. Dead and dying. Understand its need to grow in a suitable environment. Okay, so these two are probably... Well, this one's probably adult, poor. Yeah, so we need to be worried about this. Hopefully at some point we get the ability to actually deal with these. And I wouldn't be shocked if I didn't destroy a couple of these by accident. So this one's sick and dead as well. Again, hopefully what I can do at some point is actually come through here and... Let's see. There's the kitchen. So let's take these two. I'm gonna turn these off entirely. Move the kitchen over here. Yeah, our entire goal for the most part is to move my entire population out this direction. So each of these holds up to 4 people. So I think what I want to do is destroy one at a time. We're still missing some bark. Well, I can withdraw resources from that. I think we can also pick some things. Oh, pick. Add. Okay. So is that food, water? Anything else I should keep in mind? Because these are getting full, but they're getting full with clean water, which is incredibly helpful. Because I think we just hit the dry season. Hopefully we still have an amount of toxic water to work through. Yeah, plenty. We just might not be able to get nearly as much water out of the lake. Or maybe it increases my needs. You know, that almost seems most likely given the situation. So what else can I do? Not too much. I guess I might as well do withdraw resources. Grab those 3 as well. What is this? Whipping gourd. What? That's a new one. How did I miss these buggers? I wonder if I should keep an eye out for anything that is dead. Because maybe it's one of those where we can actually figure out what's up with them by looking at the dead ones. Unfortunately, I think we need to just play more to actually get to the point where we can see these things. So what do you need? More of this stuff. Do we seriously not have enough trunks? I don't quite want to have to rely on these. Sick and harvested. Yeah, so a lot of these aren't actually doing that great. I was hoping I would have gotten way more trunks out of the handful of trees that I harvested. Really don't want to have to cut these down, but I need to. I don't have a choice. Okay. What are they doing? Got an analysis report. Okay, so we've got the sharp bush. Okay, so I can get isothermal gel off of these things. However, picking it destroys it. Oh. Oh, do we just have tree trunks? We must have gotten enough somewhere. We still need a little bit more. So I guess I'll withdraw from this one as well. I don't want to destroy all of them in case I can get seeds and use them for something. Wait, giant fungus? How do I keep spotting things that I haven't analyzed yet? Okay, analysis cinder sprout. Yeah, hasn't changed. I don't know. Unfortunately, the dry season is maybe a little bit on the brutal side. Okay. We might also need some more housing at some point here. I think I'll do those two, and then we're going to destroy these stone houses. And even the cellar. Move them up. No reason to be supporting two separate things. Housing satisfaction. Let's see. So they want access to various things to be happy. Okay. So we're going to be working on well-being access. So proximity to vegetation, presence of water points, and shade coverage. Interesting. Okay, let's pause for a hot second and take a look at just this house. Wow, that's rough. Okay, cabbage shrub. No, it doesn't seem like it matters. Ah, but we do have the botanical square and the barter square now. So this is the cultural square. I guess this house ain't within range of the cultural square. We'll just do one. Do we have enough tech that we can actually do anything with this? So there's cultural identity. Oh, we have a scent garden. Smidge big. Maybe not that bad. Okay, well-being score of 15. And yeah, it did want me to make that scent garden. So I might as well make a couple of these. Okay. Ah, not sufficiently developed to give relevant information. Forgot how to get it to flourish. Well, that's not as helpful. I have too many people working again. Yeah, the problem is you have to be very careful with these build orders, otherwise you really can just kind of screw yourself over. And of course they're prioritizing stocking more building. I think what I'm most shocked by is just the fact that this runs out so fast. Okay. Range on that. We can fit some more people in. So I'll put 2 in. We have a lot of people. And get rid of those. So we've got 4 houseless people. However, that's fine. We have a ton of workers, and hopefully it won't be a problem. I'm going to go to this sucker, though, and we're going to increase the amount requested. And we're going to need another picker. Okay. That should be good. 'Cause yeah, I think one of the problems is, yeah, we weren't able to pick anything during that period of time. And that messed me up more than I care to admit. Oh, I gotta keep an eye out. We will run out of tree trunks. We do gun tools. We're actually really not using them. Starving citizens. The fact that, yeah, I'm gonna say I think the prioritization system's a little scuffed. I'm gonna say that's one seller as a priority. Hopefully that counts as like a, hey, Dinklehops, please load this up. Okay, people have been weakened. But yeah, the fact that building takes priority over delivering food and water, I get that I'm supposed to manage these things better, but even some part of me is just like, not sure on that one. Feels like it could be a little bit more holistic. Okay, Call of the Unknown. A strange phenomenon is spotted by the citizens. It's a chaotically flashing dot of light, visible only at nightfall. Residents fear it could be a distress signal. Numerous volunteers have come forward to investigate the phenomenon and, if necessary, lead a rescue operation. All that remains is to select a team and equip them for the journey. Oh, so we can actually go places now. So two mechanics shape this game's progression by introducing new possibilities, research and exploration. Beginning of a new save, most buildings aren't immediately accessible, must be discovered through research projects. Okay, so we can do tech or culture. World exploration allows you to make important discoveries. Beyond the possibility of finding new resources or meeting new citizens, explorers can also bring to light new plants that can be reintroduced to our environment, as well as tablets containing precious knowledge. However, expeditions are neither free nor safe. Citizens who engage in exploration will be forced to make difficult and potentially dangerous choices. Interesting. I like this. Except for the foundational issue, mostly centered around the idea of like, hey, your people are kind of dim bulbs and will absolutely starve themselves out to build a bench. The rest of this game feels really good to me. I love the visual style, the music, the animations, the fact that buildings have a multitude of in-progress stages is so cool. For what this is. They really could have just had some kind of basic, the sprite is scaling upwards like they did back in the past. But this feels so much better. Let's see. We also have like a whole bunch of different things that I could probably do. So I might want to potentially put like a botanical square out here. As a like, this is the industrial district, but it gets bonuses. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I was hoping there would be more of like, an industrial zone, maybe, that I could work with, but at least I can take a look at it, see if it's anything. And then we can look into specifically exploration and whatnot. Understanding the world. So, Hall of Wisdom. Let's see, so that's probably where we do our research. No, that's our research center. And it is big. I'm not the most keen on the fact that a number of these don't share the same sizes-ish. Okay, plant nursery, stone houses. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of these districts are housing related. Yeah, agricultural or natural. So in retrospect, destroy this. We need some kind of other setup. And this does also mean we can potentially have a multitude of locations to work with as well. Or housing districts rather than just one, which might actually be a really good idea too, later on. Let's see. Well, I wanted to get a research center down, so let's get the research center. Hall of Wisdom. Ooh. That's a big one. As, in fact, too big. I guess I'll just put it here. Ye gods. What a massive structure. Let's see, what else do we have? Where's the explorer's hut? None of those. Not under mobility. Not under population. Oh, you know what? I probably have to build it first. I'd like to get into some of these. Oh, satisfaction. Yeah, my people are maybe not the happiest with me. Big issue is we need way more culture access. So well-being is good, but we need places of knowledge. Yeah, so we need a bunch of stuff. Yeah, one thing to note is probably spread your populace out a bunch. Okay, so the lampposts don't do anything for me. I don't think birds' nests do either. Can have a long fountain right here. I have ideas on how to do this in the future, but kind of too little too late for these. But yeah, really leave a lot of space between everything in the future to get all of these well-being bonuses. And I'm not actually sure exactly what it does. And yeah, of course, we are going to need more bark, or not bark, trees, which we don't have. Okay, so we can cut those down, finish a number of these off. I want to finish this first. I want to take a look at the research side of things. So let's take a look at the research tree. Choose a research project to launch. You may only take on research linked to an already completed project. Each research project requires investment of resources. Tablets discovered during expeditions may be used to instantly unlock new research projects. So, oh boy. Is this it? Oh, do we only have 2 hubs right now? Be nice if I could actually zoom out a little bit. So culture tree, this. So we've got water extraction, new well prototype. Okay. Can be installed where shallow water tables rise to the surface to produce small amounts of clean water, and then irrigation canals, which gets us soil maintenance. We don't know about that one because it's blocked or locked by condition. Looks like there's also sub-research, so we can get task distribution, vegetable preservation. Fruit preservation. So these take extra resources and tools. Composter for biodegradable stuff, advanced technologies, but that's way too expensive for what we're doing right now. I was really hoping I could figure out how to do some base farming, but it looks like we can't. At least not yet. It looks like we've got most of these done as well. It built the Hall of Wisdom. I see. They're separate kind of dealios. Well, in that case, let's start with the... Let's start with that. And wait. I don't know where the Explorer Hut is. I was assuming there'd be a new research, but it seemingly is not. There's a very real possibility I've just missed it here. But if so, I don't know where it's gonna be. And maybe that's fine. I think we're at a good stopping point, at least for now. I think this demo is actually really cool. The tutorial is a little handholdy, and I wish it was a little bit more freeform. Like, hey, here's 7 different objectives that you can pop open to work on simultaneously. We've ordered them in the way that we think is sensible. But on the flip side, it's fine. And I think next time I play this, I will probably just play without a tutorial if I can manage to avoid doing so. Just so I can, you know, try and explore and expand and mess around. But as far as things go, as far as settlement builders go, this is really cool. I like the different cultural squares, and I will keep in mind that I want to put some space between my buildings, especially my houses in the future. Probably have kind of a central area with space designated for the cultural square, the scent garden, infirmary, and the cellar, and then surround everything else. And maybe even have kind of a long... Oh, you know what? This is actually something that I've talked about in real life, is that almost 2 parallel things. Effectively a rolling series of living districts with all of their associated amenities, and then right parallel to it, kind of alternating. So like right here and then right here would be industrial districts. And so you can kind of link them up and share the buildings between too. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to do it. I think the other one would be like a central road with irrigation ditches and a lot of these small little things. Because each one of these provides some level of benefit. Though the fact that they provide so little is so wild to me. And then also I'd like to figure out how to farm trees because I feel kind of bad about chopping them down. And I'd very much like to not just deplete my entire area of trees because that seems really bad to me. For a lot of reasons. Anyway, so the demo will be available as part of the next fest starting in just under a week, or no, exactly a week from today, starting on February 5th, and it'll be available till the 12th. It's a very solid city builder, and I'm looking forward to playing more of this when it's actually done, because it seems like it's got a lot of what I loved out of, honestly, Frostpunk, but in the complete opposite direction, and it seems more about trying to learn how to thrive and survive, rather than to just outlast one super blizzard that's gonna come through and kill everybody. This one seems a little bit more holistic, a little bit more, well, I mean, obviously with synergy, the entire point is learning to live in the conditions that you're given and to do as little damage as possible in that moment, in that position. And I think on a personal level, that's really cool. So, with all of that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.